Hey Atlas readers, welcome to our Feathery Friends read-along. This is our book today and it's called Prairie Chicken Little. Now this book is about Mary McBlacken, the Prairie Chicken, written by Jackie Mims Hopkins and illustrated by Henry Cole. But don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the video so you can learn the 2 facts about greater prairie chickens. Out on the grasslands where bison roam, Mary McBlacken, the Prairie Chicken, was scratching for her breakfast when all of a sudden she heard a rumbling and a grumbling and a tumbling. "Oh no!" she exclaimed. "A stampede's a-comin'! I need to hightail it back to the ranch to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan. They'll know what to do." So away Mary ran, lickety-splickety as fast as her little prairie chicken legs can carry her. On her way to the ranch, Mary came upon Jeffrey Snog, the prairie dog, who was soaking up some sunshine. "Good morning to you," barked Jeffrey, warned Mary. "A stampede's a-comin'." "How do you know that this is so?" asked Jeffrey. "I heard a rumblin' and a grumblin' and a tumblin', I did," said Mary. "A stampede, yes indeed," said Jeffrey. "Come with me to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan," hollered Mary. "Let's hit the trail," barked Jeffrey, and away the pair ran, lickety-splickety, down toward the ranch. Soon they met Bugh Rabbit, the jackrabbit, who was nibbling on some sweetgrass. "Where are you two going in such a hurry?" he asked. "Stampede's a-comin'," said Mary. "We're heading to the ranch to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan." "How do you know that this is so?" asked Bugh. "I heard a rumblin' and a grumblin' and a tumblin', I did," said Mary. "A stampede, yes indeed," said Bugh. "Come with us to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan," hollered Mary. "Let's hop it too then," said Bugh, and they lit off across the prairie, lickety-splickety towards the ranch. Before long, the trio came across June Spark, the meadowlark, who was building her nest in the tall prairie grass. "What's going on?" asked June. "A stampede's a-comin'," chorused the trio. "How do you know that this is so?" asked June. "I heard a rumblin' and a grumblin' and a tumblin', I did," said Mary. "A stampede, yes indeed," said June. "Come with us to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan," hollered Mary. "What are we waiting for?" chirped June, and away they flew, lickety-splickety, towards the ranch. It wasn't long before Slim Brody, the sly coyote, spotted them making their way across the prairie. "Well, hello there, my fine feathered and furry friends. What's the big rush?" "A stampede's a-comin'. We're heading to the ranch to tell Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan," said Mary. "It's your lucky day," said Slim. "I just happen to know a shortcut." He had no intention of taking them to the ranch. Instead, he led them across the plain, over a hill, through a pass, around a bend, and down a gully to the entrance of his den. "What is this?" squawked Mary. "This," snarled Slim, "is the passage to the shortcut." He flashed a toothy smile and closed in on Mary McBlacken and the others. The fine feathered and furry friends all started clucking and barking and thumping and chirping as loud as they could. Cowboy Stan and Red Dog Dan heard the ruckus and came charging across the prairie towards the den. Dan made a beeline for Slim Brody and chased that coyote, lickety-splickety far, far away. "What's going on?" asked Stan. "A stampede's a-comin'," cried Mary. "How do you know that this is so?" asked Stan. But before Mary could open her beak to speak, everyone heard a rumbling and a grumbling and a tumbling. Yes, indeed. "Why, that's not a stampede," said Stan. "That's your stomach. There's only one way to head off a rumbling and grumbling and a tumbling stomach. You need some grub." So Cowboy Stan cooked up a fine supper for those critters, and that took care of Mary McBlacken's stomach stampede. Lickety-splickety, yes, indeed. Alright, Alice readers, that's the end of the story. Now let's get straight into the facts. Fact of the day 1. Unlike regular chickens, greater prairie chickens like Mary McBlicken can fly strongly for considerable distances between roosting and feeding areas. Only male greater prairie chickens have the orange bulge at the neck. Now, the picture to the left is a female greater prairie chicken, just like Mary McBlicken. Alright, last but not least, pick your favorite of the 2 facts that we learned today about prairie chickens and share it with someone you know. Bye! See you next time!